everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is Santosh sir. Now, how many of you are interested to know that what type of person or personality you are? Friends, this video is on personality. Like, what is personality? What are the factors that affect our personality? And how can we determine that what type of person or personality we are? So before we start the video, I would again request you kindly like and subscribe to my channel. And for IGNOU MCOM students, those who are interested to join my online classes on Saturdays and Sundays, they are most welcome and can message me through my Telegram channel, the link of which is provided in the description box. Okay guys, let's, when we talk about or think about personality, we generally think about the external appearance. Now for example, we often say that Amitabh Bachchan has a good personality. That means we are thinking about his tall figure, his heavy voice, the way he looks, the way he walks, so like that. But friend, that is one part of personality. Personality is a very broad concept. It includes both, physical qualities as well as psychological qualities of a person. So don't just judge a person by his appearance, right? So that is what a very famous philosopher has defined personality in this way. That personality is defined as the sum total of the ways in which an individual reacts and interacts with others. All the ways, his behavior towards others, how he talks, how he finds the solution of a problem. So all these factors are combined. It is the sum total of all these questions that makes up the personality of a person. Okay, some key characteristics that personality is both physical and psychological. Like a person's physical quality includes, his height, figure, color, language, communication skill. So all these are physical qualities. And psychological, his mental qualities like his intelligence, his attitude, his perceptions. So all these are psychological qualities, right? The second feature is it is unique. No two individuals have the same personality. God has created everybody, differently. All the persons in this world are unique. They are unique in themselves. Like nobody resembles with the other. So, there are millions of people, so there are millions of personalities too, right? The third one, it is dynamic. Dynamic means, personality always changes with time and situations. Like, just suppose that when you were 15 years old, your attitude, your communication skill, your tone was different. But that changes with the time. When you came to, when you are 40 years old, your tone changes, your attitude changes, your communication skill changes, your knowledge expands, so like that. So personality always changes. It is quite flexible, quite dynamic. Okay, let's move on to the next concept of this chapter, and that is determinants. What are the factors that make up our personality? Basically, there are four factors. The first, biological factors, family factors, culture and social factors, and last but not the least, situational factors. Biological factors. Biological factors, these are, you can even say that it is derived from your parents. Your heredity. Like whatever the qualities, like, physical and mental, both, you will get all those qualities of your parents. That is obvious. You are going to get that because you are a part of them. Okay. So, in biological factors, personality is derived from heredity. Always you will find some type of your father or mother in yourself, right? The next is brain, your mind. Your mind, maybe your way of thinking, your attitude is like your mother, or maybe like your father, or maybe like your grandfather or grandmother. So like that, Okay. The next is physical features. Your color, your hairs, your height, your way of walking, So all these are derived from your heredity, your parents. So all these are biological factors, right? Family factors. Now family factors, as the name implies, they are derived from families. Okay, the first one, socialization process. When you were infant, generally, an infant learns behavior from his parents. He tries to imitate them. He tries to capture the language, the food that they eat from their parents. So it is called socialization process, where an infant is rolled into society. Okay, fine. The second one is identification. Always, as an infant or as a boy or child, young boy and child, they always try to model the behavior of their family members, maybe father or maybe mother. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है ना कि बच्चे सोचते हैं कि नहीं, मैं पापा के जैसे बनना चाहता हूँ. Actually, he chooses the ideal member in the family, the member that he loves the most, that admires the most. So he will go after them. He will try to imitate their behavior, right? Then birth order. Now this is very interesting. Birth order. Birth order generally, the older child, the first child, he is generally, is very much a little bit quiet type of child, very confident, and likes to live alone, lonely. He likes little bit loneliness, and he's very, he has a patience. So like that, like more or less you can say that the first child is, cool, calm and cool, right? But the child that comes, his brother or sister after him, they are a little bit aggressive. Fine. So this is birth order. Then culture and social factor. Now these are very important one. Our customs, religion, our society, our environment, our friend circle, our relatives, all these persons affect our life, our personality directly or indirectly. It is very important to live in a good environment, in a good friend circle, so that you get positive energy from them, right? So try to avoid the negative environment or situations or friends or relatives, whatever you have, because that will have a negative impact on your personality, right? Then comes situational factors. Now this is a very modern concept. Situational factors, some psychologists, they believe that personality is derived from situations, the conditions in which the a person is in. If suppose a person is living in a condition of poverty or in such a very bad situation or bad environment, so his personality will be like that only, right? But sometimes कीचड़ में भी कमल उठता है, तो ऐसा भी हो सकता है, but it happens very rarely, तो एक अच्छा सिचुएशन पे डिपेंड करता है, सर्कमस्टेंसेस, कंडीशंस पे डिपेंड करता है कि पर्सन की पर्सनालिटी किस तरीके की होगी. Okay friends, let's see the different types of personalities in this world. This is only a scale, and after this again we will be studying about Myers and Briggs, different types of personalities. Okay, so these are the important types. Basically there are 8 types. First, extroverts. Now extroverts and introverts, it makes a pair because both characteristics are opposite to each other. Like that, intuitives and sensors, they are opposite to each other. Thinkers and feelers, they are opposite, and in the same way judges and perceivers. Okay, so let's start with the extroverts. What type of persons these are? I have just written few important characteristics about these personalities. Extroverts are people who are very sociable, they are very friendly, they are open, they are multitasking. They love to do different types of work. They love to take risk, right? Practical. They are performers. They know what is good and bad. They do not live in the imaginative world. They do not live in in cartoons or animation. They live in practical world. So these are extroverts. Introverts, just opposite of this. They love to do only one type of work. They will focus on one particular work at a time. They are self-confident and they are very intelligent too, and they love to work alone. Okay, fine. Intuitives. Now these people are very creative, innovative, and imaginative. All the big cartoonists, the people who create animations, discoveries, innovations, they are all intuitives. Their brain, they think a lot of ideas at a time. Sensors, as the name implies, we have five senses. So they make the best use of these sense organs. They are quite realistic. They use our senses well, and they are factual. They believe in facts. They love to collect facts and make experiments on them. Right. Now comes thinkers and feelers. Thinkers, as the name implies, they think a lot. Okay. They are logical, they are honest, they are consistent. Right. And while feelers, they are quite cooperative, emotional, and friendly. Feelers, basically, the doctors, the nurses, all these people come under this category. Then comes judges. Now, judges, as the name implies, they can judge a person's ability, and even like we have observed that these judges, they can judge other persons quite easily. They can read others' mind, and even like they are quite honest, and therefore they can make a good decisions, right? Perceivers, they are quite flexible, and they always keep their options open. Right. Let's move on to the most important and interesting topic of this chapter, and this is Myers-Briggs type indicator, which is popularly known as MBTI. Now, both these philosophers, they prepare a set of 100 questions, and they even interviewed many persons, and they came to conclusion that there can be as many as 16 types of personalities. Now, what are those? This is very simple and very easy too. Now, these are the 16 type of personalities written in code words. Actually, these are written like this only. Actually, this type of personalities are based on this scale. Like first personality, INTJ. That means I stands for introverts, N for intuitives, T for thinkers, and J for judges. So when you combine all these personalities, then you get INTJ type of personality. Okay. In the same way, the second type of personality, according to Myers-Briggs, INTP. That means introverts, N for intuitives, T for thinkers, and P for perceivers. Right? Like that, INFJ. Again, introverts, intuitives, F for feelers, and J for judges. And INFP. That is again introverts, N for intuitives, F for feelers, and P for perceivers. So just you need to learn these codes. The others can be described after that. They are all, they can be, come from this, right? So, here I and TJ, just look at here, ISTJ. Okay? There is only very minute difference that N is replaced by S. Okay, here you can see that all S. ISTJ, ISTP, ISFJ, ISFP. So these are all this type of personalities. These are all introverts. Basically, when we talk about personalities, there can be two types: introverts and extroverts, broadly speaking. And this lot is extroverts. Okay, as here you can see that E for extroverts, N for again intuitives, T for thinkers, J for judges. So like that, just similar to this. Okay, and you just need to just follow these words. This is IN here and here EN. Okay, now again this TJ and TJ, PP, then again this and SP. So just you need to look for this. The others can be derived. Okay. So this is how you can find out what type of personality you are. Friends, INTJ type of personalities are generally architects. INTP are generally logicians. Like that, INFJ, these people are type advocates, and INFP mediator. Similarly, ENTJ is the commander, right? ENTP debater, ENFJ protagonist, ENFP is a campaigner, ISTJ is a logistician, and ISTP virtuoso, ISFJ is the defender, and ISFP is the adventurer, very interesting personality. ESTJ is the executive, ESTP is entrepreneur, yes, and ESFJ is the consul, and ESFP is the entertainer. That means those who are working in the film industry or similar activities. Okay friends, that's all in this video, and see you in the next video.